All right, what's up, Magic players? How you doing today? We're going to be taking a look at a green-white enchantments deck, and you've probably seen a few versions of these. However, we're going to be playing it a little bit differently because we want to take a lot of advantage of Hallowed Haunting. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to overwhelm our opponent with tons of spirit tokens and find a couple other ways to win while we're at it. So let's hop in and take a look at the deck list and see what we're going to be playing today. All right, so we're going to start right at the top. We're going to be playing Spirited Companion, partly because this draws a card, but it is also an enchantment. Now, it happens to be a creature, so it's doing a lot of extra work for us, which we really like. Azusa's Many Journeys. This is going to be one of many sagas you're going to see in this list. And the cool part about this is it lets us play an extra land early, but it also allows us to gain life, which is awesome. Now, we're only going to get to use the ability on the backside every once in a while, but it is an enchantment creature, so when it comes into play, it may trigger some things and do some fun stuff for us. We've got Teachings of Kirin. This is also another neat one because it makes a creature, which happens to be a spirit token, which does add to the power and toughness of Hallowed Haunting, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But we do get the ability to put a +1/+1 counter on our creature. And I will say, when we actually get the creature on the backside here, when we get to attack, it actually has a really good ability that lets us remove creatures or cards in general from graveyards. And that's actually really good for us because there's a lot of recursive creatures like Tenacious Underdog that we want to be able to deal with, and this is going to solve that problem for us. Jukai Naturalist. Oddly, this is only an uncommon, but it's one of the best cards in the deck, mostly because it makes all of our other cards cost less because we're playing mostly enchantments. And it has lifelink, so if we have any way to increase the power of this, awesome. But even if we just block or attack, just get a couple of life, it's going to buy us just a little bit more time, which is really good. Now, one of the fun cards in this deck is Rite of Harmony. This is a card you don't see very often from Innistrad, but it actually is really cool that, one, it can be played at an instant, which is great, and it has flashbacks, which means we get to use it more than once. But every time you have a creature or enchantment enter the battlefield, you get to draw a card. This is going to lead to several turns where we're going to get to play a lot of cards in one turn. And it might even lead to us just going from nothing to winning the game very quickly. So I'm actually pretty excited about this card. Then we have Catilda Dawnheart, which is going to be another way we can win because it's going to be larger, equal to the number of enchantments or spirits we control. And boy, do we have a lot of those. So this should be very big every time we cast it. The Fall of Lord Khanda. This is one of those cards that we are going to go ahead and play a couple of copies of because it does deal 4 damage. Or actually, excuse me, does actually remove a creature that has 4 mana value or greater. So that's actually really good because there's problem cards like Shieldred. If you've never seen Shieldred, it means we're going to take damage every time we draw cards. And we're not going to like that, obviously, because it'll kill us. So this is one way we can get rid of it and still keep on theme with the cards that we're playing. Anytime you can do that in a deck, that's going to be really good. Restoration of Maganjo. This is going to help us find other lands that we need. And eventually turns into a sizable creature that also makes spirits, so we like that. Wedding Announcement. This can draw cards or get us more bodies. And it pumps our team, so we do like that as well. We like everything about this card that's going on. Now, Hallowed Haunting. This is going to be kind of the star of the show, if you will. I guess alongside Rite of Harmony. But every time we cast an enchantment, we get to make a spirit token. This spirit token has power and toughness equal to the number of spirits I control. However, if we get to 7 or more enchantments in play, which hopefully we'll be able to do with the number that we have in the deck, then everything has flying and vigilance. And that usually means if that happens, you're going to be able to kill your opponent very quickly, if not the turn that comes up. So yeah, we're going to really try to go as hard as we can on playing these enchantments. Now our lands are pretty simple. We've got 1 Eiganjo, 7 Plains, 1 Boseiju, 6 Forests, 4 Blossoming Sands, which isn't great. It comes into play tap, but it does let us gain a life. We have 4 Overgrown Farmland. We also love this. And we've got 1 Jetmare's Garden and 1 Sparse Headquarters. Now, you're probably wondering why the multicolor lands. They don't really need to be here because of the color. They each produce green and white, which is awesome. But if we draw them later and we don't need the mana anymore, we can cycle these for 3 mana and get a new card. So, yeah, that's the deck. Let's go play some games and then do a quick wrap-up after we play a couple and see how this goes. All right, good start to things. We get to go first here. And this looks like a hand we're going to keep. We can cast a lot of stuff here. And we're going to get an extra card from the Spirited Companion on turn 2. We're going to go and play this turn 1 because it comes into play tapped and we get to gain a life. So nothing lost there. But this is a pretty solid start. Not too upset about this. This does create a little bit of a question because we could play this and then play another land. But I think we want to go ahead and play the Spirited Companion. Get a card here. Now, if they want to play something to kill our creature, we don't mind. It already gave us some value here. This actually isn't bad either, because if we play this on turn 2 and play an extra land, we might be able to cast something else depending on what we draw. Oh, remember how we were talking about tenacious underdogs earlier? Well, there we go. So let's go ahead and play this. And we'll play another land. And we'll just pass here. Now, if this was just mono black, we'd be less concerned about losing Hallowed Haunting here. However, this is some red-green mana in there, and green is actually pretty good at getting rid of enchantments, so we do have to be a little bit careful. Want to try to get some value out of it when we play it, because we don't know what our opponent's playing yet. But this could be okay. We are going to get 3 life back that we just lost, so we're not too worried about that on Chapter 2 from Azusa's Many Journeys. Fable of Midbreaker, that's a good magic card. We'll see if that turns into anything. Ooh, more land is not what we wanted here. That's a little bit hurtful. Wow, what do we want to do here? I think we just... much as I want to, I think we just have to do it and gamble. No attacks. Let's hope this works. Man, if they kill this, I think we're done. We can get at least a card, and we'll have a 3/3 creature at a minimum, even if this dies, that can gain life, so that's not so bad. So we kind of just have to see how this goes. They didn't immediately kill our Hallowed Haunting, so that's a good sign. Usually, if the opponent's able to kill it, they're going to do that. Okay, so they're spending their mana to do that. Though they are going to get a treasure from attacking with the goblin, unfortunately. Yep, that just does what it does. Nothing we can do about it. All right, with that actually was really good for us. Okay. Now we really have to figure out what we want to do. So let's cast this, and then that'll let us play the Restoration. I don't know if it really results in anything other than getting us a card, but that seems okay right now. I mean, the other play was to do these two, but I think I'm just going to do this instead right now. We get at least one body here. Okay, we drew a Spirited Companion. That's not the worst thing. We'll take that. We didn't play a land yet for the turn. So we'll go ahead and play... Oh, we got another Rite of Harmony. That's actually really good for next turn. Okay, no attacks. That's really good. So now we can play... Because we're going to have 2, 4, 6, 7 mana. So we can play Harmony and then Spirited Companion just to see what we get. Oh, wow. This is going to be really interesting. Opponent's digging. They want to get rid of our Hallowed Haunting. I don't blame them. Though this can start getting dangerous if we're going to have a really big turn next turn. Or this is going to get a little bit out of control. Okay, Grasp. That does hurt a little bit. Because we would have been able to block something effective there. Looks like we lost that opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and not block one more time. I hate giving them all that extra treasure, especially with this in the yard and 3 cards in hand. And being able to copy stuff. But like we kind of don't have much choice here. Alright. We need this to be a good turn. That was not it. That was not it. We could get Azusa's Many Journeys back, though. This is whenever a creature or an enchantment enters the battlefield, right? So, can I just cast this? Nope, I can't do that. I should have had to have my full stop on there. So, let's go ahead and submit this. So, this comes into play. I'm going to put full control on for a second. We'll choose this as our thing. And then I'm going to cast this. So we go ahead and get full value here. Then we resolve that. So now that comes into play. We'll get a card. This is going to get really complicated, but a lot of fun. Oh, we got a Jukai Naturalist. This is going to be great. Okay, let's play the Jukai Naturalist then. It's an enchantment and a creature, so this is great for us. So we're going to get a spirit. We're going to get to draw a card. This is awesome. We're going to get one from the Harmony. Okay, now we get to play a land. We get to play this for 1. Which is going to get us a Hallowed Haunting token. We're going to get to draw a card. Then we get another one when it comes into play. Now, this is what we want the deck to do. This is the whole thing we're setting up for. Oh, man. Do we just want to go for max cards, or do we just want to drop the hammer with the Catilda now? Because that's kind of where we're at. Because we get to play a land no matter what. It's just either now we get to play Catilda, or we could play this for 1 and draw some more cards. Which, we do have another untapped land, so I think I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and max out what we can do here. We might be... No, we won't be able to kill the opponent this turn. Close, though. We have too many that are still summoning sick. We only really can attack with those, so that's not going to get us there. Alright, let's play this other planes. Oh boy, this would... Okay, opponent gave up. We were doing way too much for them to want to sit it out. Okay, let's keep this hand. This is one where we're going to be leaning on this naturalist probably a little too much for my liking, but, you know, sometimes it's all you got. You got to roll with it. We're going to really, really hope this lives. I doubt it's going to, though. Playing against mono black, it's probably dead right now. Yep. And that's why sometimes you just wait and just play these later, but it's okay. I think we'll be fine. We'll make do. Playing against mono black, though, we are going to try to hold this as long as we can to be able to remove a Shieldred. I don't know how possible that's going to be, but, you know, we're going to try. Wow, 3 wedding announcements. Okay, well, this should be fine, I suppose. I mean, we could throw all 3 of these in front of a trespasser. That'd be kind of amazing. Oh, well, there we go. Now we will. Now, before, I wouldn't necessarily like that play. But here, mostly because if we were to block and then the opponent removed a creature at instant speed, it would be really bad for us because we wouldn't kill their creature. But now, we get to do that. We take damage 1 time from old Shieldred, but then we get to play this. And since Shieldred costs 4 or more, there you go. And we get some bodies. So not bad, not bad. We're doing okay. There's another Shieldred, annoying. But we can still deal with it because we have ways. Because the problem, man, if we, actually I just realized if we use this, it takes 3 mana, so we can't really do anything else for the turn. I think we just do this instead. Put a land in hand. And then we're going to hope they don't have a Liliana. So we don't have to discard this last Saiganjo. That's kind of where we're at. No attacks. Alright. We're going to hope this gets the job done, because we don't know. Alright, Tainted Adversary, we can live with that. That's okay. That's totally fine. I was going to say, we would double block Shieldred, given half a chance. We don't have anything in our graveyard. So, I mean, I guess... Nah, we'll just decline. Not that it matters, because we need all our mana for this anyway. Alright, so here's the tough part, right? We attack, they might block with this. Maybe we just encourage the opponent to block. Oh, they did block with the Shieldred. Fantastic. I wasn't sure they were going to. Maybe they have a 3rd Shieldred. Okay, we do get another card, which happens to just be a land, unfortunately. So that didn't go well for us. I was hoping we were going to get more out of that. Okay, well, let's see where this goes. Graveyard Trespasser, sure. That is definitely a thing. They're going to remove their creature, deal some damage to us. Fair enough, we're at 12. Not sure, maybe they want to attack. Nope, just an underdog there. Yep, no blocks. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I should have put full control on once I saw we drew this. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Alright, we'll just pass. No attacks. In the turn. Make another body. Pump our team. We're not in bad shape here now. We have lots of ways to block and hold the opponent's team off. We are only at 9, though. That is something we have to be real aware of. They have a lot of ways to just chip at our life total. So unless we get our life gainers, we do have to be careful about how this goes. And they are wishing not to attack. Okay, here's where we're going to go. We're going to hope to draw some cards that get us out of trouble here. Rite of Harmony into Teachings. And then we'll see if the Teachings of Kieran can get us anything. We're hoping on a lot of things going right here, though. Come on. That draws... Okay, that'll help. And that helps. Okay, that was good. That was good. By the way, we got 2 cards there because a token also came into play with that enchantment. So, okay, not bad. We could kill one of these if we need to. If we're going to do that, let's play a land. Oh, it doesn't matter. This is green mana. Never mind. We draw. Ooh, another Jukai Naturalist. All right, I'm playing this Besage. Oh, yeah, I get to play another land because we played the other thing. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get another card. Having some more lifelinkers is actually really good here. Oh, and we have... Oh, this is going to be a good turn next turn. Okay. You have to be careful. We're at 8, but we can gain 10, potentially. So I'm going to attack with this. At least 2 of these. Maybe even 3 of these. The opponent can attack with that. We take some damage. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm all right with this. Let's do it. Plus, we're going to get a block, a creature when this attacks, so we get another card because we're still under the Rite of Harmony effect here. So this is all good. Yep. Yep. Do whatever you want to do here, opponent. I think we finally turned this around. Yep. Opponent goes to 11. I don't think they have a way to do 7 damage to us here, so we should be pretty good to go. Yep, they're not even attacking here. That's the best thing. Now we're good. Now we're good. Gonna put a +1 on one of these duders. Gonna gain our 3. That gets us a little bit out of trouble. Let's go ahead. How much mana do we have here? We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna go ahead and play this out of the graveyard with flashback. Since all of our enchantments are very cheap now with 2 Jukai Naturalists. Yeah, now we just get to attack with flying. Yep, that's it. Good comeback. Ooh, this one's tough. Not nearly as good as a lot of the other hands we've seen, but we're going to go ahead and keep it. Mostly because we can get a couple of cards early. Opponent says hello. Hey, hello, opponent. How are you doing? Let's go ahead and play this here. See if we can find something else to do other than just play a Teachings of Kieran. That's a real good card to have, so we like drawing that here. Loam Speaker. Ooh, okay. Loam Speakers usually lead to opponents wanting to do big things. They're trying to ramp their mana up, so can't attack through that. So we're just going to pass and make our token. However, if this is the mono green deck, they do have the ability to do some very big things. Yeah, it looks like that's what this could be. This is good. However, we don't have a lot of enchantments here. But we will get 2 cards. Because actually, we'll get 3 cards. So we are going to do this. So let's go ahead and cast Rite of Harmony. And then this is going to make an enchantment and a creature. So we'll get 2 cards for that. So there's 1. There's 2. And then if we pass at the end of the turn, we'll also get a creature from the wedding announcement, which will draw a card. So that wasn't bad. We loaded our hand up. We made some blockers. And now next turn when this flips over, all of these are going to become 2/2s, and we get to put a counter on something. So this is actually not a bad setup. All right, they're getting some treasure, which means they're going to have 5 mana next turn to start doing some big things. And unfortunately, I am kind of well aware of what those decks are capable of. And if they end up playing a big silverback next turn, our enchantments are going to suffer mightily, let me tell you. Okay, it looks like they don't have silverback, because I don't think they would have made that play if that were the case. We're going to go ahead and put this counter here. And, wow, how do we want to go about this? We have 5 mana would let us play both of these, make another body. You know what? I think we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and play this. We'll put this into play. We'll put this into play. This can come in tapped. And yeah, no attacks. We're just going to make a bunch of bodies, make them all bigger, and hope we survive whatever it is the opponent's about to do here. Cemetery Prowler. That's going to make their stuff cheaper. Not good for us because we have a creature that we flipped over there with our Teachings of Kieran. So sometimes it does backfire. The opponent's choosing to attack here. All right, we will double block each creature because 4 is better than 3, so we're only going to trade 1 creature for 1. And we're okay with that. All right. Ooh, that does not do much for us here. I mean, I guess... that wouldn't have done a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and cycle this right now. See what we find. Catilda. That's nice. I said that like it was a neighbor bringing over cookies. Catilda. That's nice. All right, like that. Okay. Big 7/7. No attack. I'm going to set a stop during my upkeep here so I can actually cast this. And we know this is going to go to the graveyard and come back and make at least 1 creature. So we know we can get some extra cards in our hand. If we really want to, we'll have 6 mana. We could cast both of these and just get the cards from that and from this, which wouldn't be the worst thing. But the opponent looks like they're in a little bit of trouble now because we're about to start attacking with some very big creatures. Ooh, Numata. That's a good card. I like seeing Numata. I have it in a deck myself. This is really cool. All right, so let's cast this. Resolve that. Let's cast this. Resolve that. Then we draw. Oh, excellent. We go to our main phase. There's a flip. We're going to get 2 cards. Yeah, this is what we're saying. This is the part where we get all the cards, right? And then we play this. Then we play a dog. The dog's going to draw a card. And then we get the 2 triggers. So that's more cards. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. We're going to attack for 8 in the air. And that's also lifelink. So, yeah. They can block with Numata. Numata does have reach. But, yeah. Now we're going to get even more cards because that produced a creature at the end of the turn. And, yeah. Now we have Hallowed Haunting. So, we're going to be able to give all of our stuff flying pretty easily, I think. Because we already have 1, 2, 3, 4 enchantments. That'll be 5. Oh, no. These are also enchantments. Yeah. So, yeah. Opponent says GG's. Wow, that was crazy. Well, there you have it, y'all. That was actually a heck of a lot of fun. And we drew way more cards than even I thought we were going to draw. So if you want to have a fun deck that draws a lot of cards, you like playing with enchantments, this is a great deck you can play, especially through gold and platinum to kind of get you up to that next level if you're looking for something that's a little easier to play and still a whole lot of fun and still be really competitive. And if you like this type of stuff, be sure to check out the rest of my stuff over at my PowrDragn gaming channel right here on YouTube so you can get new content every day for Magic Arena. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.